Welcome to this DDi CADcast, What's New series. I'm Michael Nolte. Today we're going to be covering SolidWorks Electrical Schematics, What's New for 2015, part number 4. In this final section for Electrical Schematics 2015, we're mostly just looking at some of the user interface enhancements. So you'll see the list there, but this is the last of the Electrical Schematics What's New series. Stay tuned though for the SolidWorks Electrical 3D section. This first item, the drawing menu, essentially what they did is they separated the drawing tools and put your modify tools on a different tab. So they actually gave us 2 separate tabs this year. So be aware that those are on different tabs, especially if you're going through like one of the old books. It might actually say that the layers is actually on the drawing tab, but it's been moved over to the modify. Next item is the filters tab, and this shows up for the symbols manager, 2D footprints, title block, macros, I think a couple of other areas, but I'll go into the manufacturers part manager there. So the filter tab, they kind of changed it, gave it a facelift. Also changed kind of how you get to everything. Everything's still there, it just might be in a slightly different spot. I would want to say once you kind of get familiar with it, it actually becomes quite a lot easier. In class, obviously nothing was listed, so I'll go and search again. So, and then if I need to dive down here and search by circuits, that's still there. So all the stuff's still there. It's just a more cleaner, easier to use look there. So we can also do remove filters, and it just resets everything for us. So not that big of a change, but definitely useful. This next one is called display properties, and it's kind of another like facelift type of thing. So for example, if I right click over a symbol and open it directly off of the schematic, or I went to the symbols manager and open it there, my properties over here on the left. So the properties, they've kind of got a new look, a little bit easier to read, I think, more drop downs, that type of thing. If we go to say the cable manager, jump over to like the new filters tab there, and let's go and change it to like a 4 conductor and open one of these up, go to the properties of it. The properties dialog has been updated. So we've got a properties tab, a user data tab, and then your cable cores on a separate tab. So they've actually split them. If I open up a manufactured part, you'll see that very similar type of thing. So let's go and just bring something up here. Let's go and go with this one. So properties on one tab, circuits and terminals on the next. They did split the circuits and the terminals, so my circuits would be listed up above. Recommendation though, make sure you click somewhere other than the type, because if you click in the type, you're accidentally going to switch it to a different standard. So I'd switch or pick over on the terminals side there. But with row 0 highlighted, then that becomes the terminals down below for that first circuit. So kind of a new interface, but definitely an improvement in ease of use. Space everything out, easier to read, that type of thing. This next one is cross references. Essentially they've changed the interface for modifying them. I'm over on the project tab, configurations, and cross references, and the interface is real similar to like your report. So you got your system or application on the left, and then any that have been copied specific to that project over on the right. If you've done some modification, you can always add back. I'll go and open up the properties of that, and again gives us the ability of kind of defining how it's going to be set up, what the font styles are going to be, what the colors are going to be. So it actually breaks it down quite a bit depending on what type of item that you're using for that reference chart. So definitely a new interface. Take a look through the help menu. It'll actually detail it a little bit more. The Marks tab, I covered this in one of the previous videos, but they did make an improved change to it. So configurations, go to the projects, and then the Marks tab. So this is just kind of noting again the change to the interface. Keep in mind you have things like your wire direction, unique wire numbering, that type of stuff. Also whether you're following IEC or doing custom marks on your components. So all that stuff's over here on the Marks tab. Just new look, new interface. Again, gets you into the functions by clicking the button on the right side there. This next one, cable core styles. Essentially, this one did show up in one of the later service packs of 14, but so it's new since the beginning of 14. But if I go into the projects, switch over to the graphic here, and then the cable core style basically shows up there for the line type and then its color. So that actually shows up in here now. And again, it was something that was added kind of towards the tail end of 14, so you may have seen that one already. Alright, so in this very last one, it's more of a convenience thing, but over on the library tab, when we go to the macros manager, over here under options, we have the ability of whether to close the manager when editing the macro or not. So this is following kind of suit to what the symbols manager already had the option for. So it's just kind of them expanding it over to the macros manager. So I could leave that unchecked, and then I could open up one of the macros, and it's going to leave that dialog open again, so I can actually go to something else. Okay. That's it. Alright, so here's a quick recap of the items that we covered in this last part 4 for electrical schematics, but do stay tuned for the electrical 3D video. But if you haven't already, definitely subscribe to our YouTube channel, so youtube.com/DDi CAD, and definitely check out our tech blog at DDiCAD.com/tech center. Thanks and have a great day.